Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's match. My name is Panzer WY. Tonight, I am casting a match between Delta Corps and Cobras, or CF. I will be covering CF's point of view. So, let's get this match started. Those who do not know me, my name is Panzer WY. I am the former comp lead for Lucky Strikes and was over the previous two APL seasons, now in joyful retirement. So the two teams for tonight's match. So start off with Cobras is a South American Brazilian team. They were a little while ago, probably around Div 3, based on the APL standards. I don't know where they would stack up nowadays. Delta Corps, I've never seen them play, so I have no idea what to expect from that. We'll just have to wait and see. I did hear they're probably around Div 4, but anything can happen. In terms of the map layout for tonight's match, 5:02 start, derail train, okay, and Monhele. Okay, so the fourth points suck for both teams. Of course, on the Allies, that is their biggest Achilles heel. If it's a straight line, this fourth point sucks. I think it's one of the worst in the game, but they didn't get that. They got derailed, which honestly might be worse. Going from town center. Yeah, I would say it's probably worse. I mean, it's hard to hold this area over here, but I'd rather fight over it than to deal with derailed. Honestly, pumping station would probably been the best. This northern side's easier to lock down, while this south is just it's gonna be a shit show. We'll have to see how they handle it. In terms of openings, so we do have. Okay, so we have supply truck, transport. They're rocking two transports off the start. Okay, this is what they did their last match, which was a 49v49. Tonight's is 36 versus 36. So they're rocking two transport trucks up the center. They got their medium and light in the center as well, with a recon tank over here. The recon tank only has one guy in it. Okay, that makes sense. So then, all right. Cool. So let's see how the opener goes. Hopefully we see some truck snipes on Carantana is relatively easy, because the fact there's only a few roads that people can go down. Let's see. As I mentioned earlier in the last match I casted last weekend, CF's armor got obliterated. Hopefully they improve this match against Delta Corps. And of course, let's see how Delta Corps' guys hold up. Early supply drop from Delta. Yeah, from Delta Corps. Okay, let's see Delta Corps. Okay, so they have a Puma and one transport truck. Yeah, they did not. Oh, they have a self-propelled artillery. Okay, they did agree. It looks like both teams agreed to having self-propelled artillery. CF is bringing theirs up. It's been our first match seeing it. Okay, interesting openers. Let's get into the action. I don't think we got any. Ooh, really nice rocket. Okay, so off the start, Delta Corps is definitely going to definitely takes the point. CF is a little bit slow to get in there. CF spent more resources in the north than Delta. Delta's put a lot far in the south here. They're taking over this train area. Little in the courtyard. CF is going to be taking that over more than likely. At least has a chance to. Yeah, that Panzer IV. Pretty good area for it. We got the Stewie down there in the courtyard. Sherman's posting up similar to the Panzer IV. I think this is a pretty easy Delta Corps cap. The north is fully CF's advantage. That's good for them. CF is taking the flank, so they have the north and south of the point. They do not have the point itself, although they can take it easily. But they are stalling it. It's a pretty dangerous position for Delta to fully go up the church. They really did not fight over this. They didn't even fight over the factory all that much. Yeah, I don't think they fell for a little bit of a rookie mistake, focusing too much on on the mid cap itself. You need to secure both your flanks. If you just take this, you'll just get pinched in from either side. Although with that said, south, they actually managed to push out CF in the south. Oh, that's good. It's good for Delta, bad for CF. They need to reclaim some ground here, especially with their fourth point being derailed. I don't think they can give up the rail yard as easily as they are, and they definitely need to take over some compound areas. Stewie goes down. Looks like the Panzer IV moved up. Do we have anything up besides the Panzer IV from Delta? I don't think so. Oh, yes, we do, all the way up in the north. There's a recon. Oh, we have the two recons sparring off, although this one is fully crewed. So Delta should have the advantage there. I guess we can go up and watch it. I honestly don't know how CF is holding on to the center, but okay, we have a Sherman coming up here in the north. There's the Puma. The Greyhound's got his rear, though. The solo crewed Greyhound takes out the Puma. That's a good sign for CF's armor this time around. Although, my guy, I think it's time for you to boogie on out of there. Yeah, CF's dominated this northern section. I don't see DC going back anytime soon. Interesting is you would have thought with how much Delta Corps sent to the center, they'd already have this cap, but it does not look that way. CO's managed to get a couple guys inside these little courtyard areas. Scorpion going over here. Miss Economia does not look like she's on defense this time around. I'm sure she likes that. Predator goes down. Sharidi takes down Miss Economia. Scorpion over there from Syndicate is popping off a little bit. Ooh, a nice trade. CF now slightly capping. South looks like it's a bit of a stalemate. I think both sides are okay with that. Well, DC's probably not. They would like to dominate that. Yeah, what do you do at this point? I mean, town center is just going to be a grind. In terms of flanks, Delta Corps is going for a large flank up here in the north. Ooh, I forgot to talk about commanders. From CF, we have Lukiria. I probably just butchered his name. Apologies. He is commanding. Looks like he's gonna try to. Yeah, he's gonna try to set up a Gary. It's a pretty good spot for one. Although I don't think he realizes that DC is putting way more attention up there than he would probably reckon. Yeah, from the looks of it right now, I do think CF is going to be taking this point. Dude, the Panzer IV there making a nuisance of himself. Of course, the Puma went down. That's to be expected. Not seeing any other armor being brought from either side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's going to go CF's way. Artillery coming in. It's my first match with the Self-propelled. Really, that's what they put in for the US? That's dumb. Yeah, that's okay. Man, I hate the devs for this game. Could have put in a priest or something else, like an actual, you know, self-propelled artillery piece. Let's the Germans. It should be at Buffalo, right? Or Bison, I forget. Nope, that's not it. Where is it at? Wo sind Sie? Oh, I'm blind. It's over here. Oh, that's right. They put the Strompanzer. I mean, this you can make the argument. The thing I don't understand is in both cases, there are mobile artillery pieces from the war that both sides employed that you could put in the game. You could put in the priest. You could put in the Hummel. But Team 17 is probably one of the worst game devs out there right now, so unsurprising. All right, so if we look here in the center, yeah, CF's just dominated this. They took over the north, they took over the south. We do have Mata Juan from Fox Squad over on DC. Going a little bit of wide flank, probably going to take out some Garys, maybe. So DC is kind of in a reset moment, it looks like. They have a couple squads that are managing to hold out there in the center. And they have quite a few that have pulled back to Monhalais. It's not really a good sign. I feel like when you're at the point where you're having to fight from Monhalais, you've probably lost. They have to maintain this Gary. This fold right here. They have to maintain it. I know they got the Panzer IV. They've just spawned in a Tiger on that side. See if spawned in any heavy armor. Yes, they already have it moving up in a nice juicy 76. I don't know what DC is doing. They should have an empty tank crew. They need to man this. Sherman, what are they doing? They have two Panzer IVs. Oh, what's that? ZYZ has managed to get onto Montalais. Well, freaking Chad, he's already causing a bunch of mayhem. Defense squad's going to be resetting. He is taken out by Ariel. Although his squad is able to get in. We have Scorpion and Muliaro. I just slaughtered the pronunciation of your name. Apologies. Okay, so we look at the map. We have this fight here in the center, which they need. It doesn't seem to be going too well for them. They're stuck in this chokehold. See if there is a major gap here in the line that CF can utilize through this pathway and that one. This area is quite precarious. Yeah, I've done that before. They're basically gonna be stuck fighting over this area the entire rest of the match. I feel like from Delta they have to have a Gary up here. You need this at least northern end of the map to do counteroffensives. They are moving up their SPG. Two Panzer IVs up and about. Oh. Doth my eyes deceive me? We have a red Gary. Looks like Devi has found it, or at least know of it's there. Man, the changes to red Garys is insane. The fact this isn't locked out is stupid. The OP goes down. They're just holding on to the Gary. They do have a Gary here to attack from, but Fox. Yeah, Mato One is still camping on the rear. I wonder if these guys are aware that the SPG is right there. Gary goes down, but it was a bold attempt from CF. I don't know. I honestly would have liked to have seen them go for it. It's full send it, although that's not wise from, a strategic point of view. You're probably going to play more passive. But I am a caster. I like ballsy moves because they're entertaining. All right, we look over here. We still have Metawan roaming around the rear, acting as a whammo for DC. CF has fully taken over the north. It looks like they've thrown out everything DC's thrown at them. The SPG is running like the coward he is. Teos over here. Curious where this guy is going. What is the I guess I'm curious, what's the advantage of manning one of these compared to just building one of the static artillery placements? Because I'm finding it hard to understand the positives to it. CF is pushing through the front door. They managed to get the enemy Gary. Yeah, their entire north is collapsed. We have DC Hickey God hopping in a transport truck, but with no support. No supplies, they're down. CF just got free reign. I think they need to just open up and focus down here. They should send the armor. Ooh, we have a pretty good placement from Huavian? Huaviani? Where the fuck that name is. I think, yeah, they took over the house. That's huge. Well, it's not as big as if the midpoint was, trained, but it's a really good spot to be posted up. DC is behind CF. I feel like CF's guys are going a little bit too far in the center. I think Fox and Gary need to pull back a little bit, go south. I mean, I would understand getting up a Red Gary back here to make it, if you ever do go for rail, pretty easy, and you can rush for it after you take Montelay. Of course, the big thing of that plan is you have to take Montelay, and you have Fox, which has 3 members in it now in the enemy rear. I have no idea how they've managed to stay alive this long, but we do have Killer Sick, who looks like he's doing what Miss Economia's job was last game, aka dealing with all the whammo. I think this is a waste of the 76 right here. The 76 should be in the south. Make use of this open ground to push Montelay with it. Looks like Charlie's squad is getting aggressive. Finally get moving. We're finally getting a Tiger moving up here in the south. I wish CF would move their 76 down here. Major fighting though over this block of buildings here on the rail. Or in the train depot. Ooh, Chun Ringa's gonna get killed there on Duffy. Someone's got taken out. Now Abel's in the rear. I feel like DC's main advantage right now is just the fact they do have some ammo squads, although with that said, they're in a really bad position. They have a grand total of... Okay, so that Gary's still up somehow, although it's about to die. We have... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of Garys for Montelay. I would like to see more Garys up on this end of the map. I know they lost one here, never rebuilt it, completely let the front door collapse. They are building that one there, although I don't think that's... I don't get the point of that Gary. I don't think it really provides you much. I think you want to be further up when you place it. If I was commander, that'd be the first Gary I kill. If I ran into... I don't have enough Garys. They do have a Gary on rail as well. Well, I didn't see that. This Gary goes down. If they lose this rail yard, the game is probably done. Which it looks like they're full. They did build a red Gary in the rear. I think they're fully investing in coming at town center from the back end because CF has just wiped them out. Do a Predator El Juan facing Avian's Nox. The thing is with this whammo exercise is that they're not getting a lot of advantage from it. Because I don't think Matawana is taking out a single enemy Gary. I could be wrong on that, but there hasn't been a lot of... You haven't gotten a lot of bonuses from it so far. Although with that said, they're starting to cap to outsider. Brisa goes down. They are in the courtyards. If you place an OP right now, it'd be an amazing spot. Very scattered match all of a sudden. I think the 76 died. Do have the Sherman out and the regular medium Sherman. Although he's about to get... Oh, he's got another miss. Yeah, he's got another rocket. Another hit in the ass. The engine's gone. He shouldn't have another one, though. Enemy Tiger's still up, but the 76 is down for CF. Guessing they got outplayed. I would prefer not to see a repeat of last match. So hopefully they get their shit together. Really good moves from CF. They've taken over the courtyard. Now they need to retake this plot of land, and they can push Monhalay quite easily. You can push it from rail. It's not ideal. Honestly, it's nigh impossible if the enemy has good armor. Looks like they did manage to place their OP in the courtyard. That's good, as long as they can hold it. I think CF is struggling a bit on what to do next. I mean, first of all, they have this nuisance, which they'll deal with. It's a pain in the ass more than anything. But they're having a hard time getting set up to take Monhalay. Of course, part of that is the fact that they lost the heavy tank battle. Just talking about heavy tank. Where is the Tiger? Must have died, I'm guessing. This is back at base. There's no way they drove back for lack of ammo. So we do have 3 tanks coming out from CF, though. The 76 is the one with only 1 guy in it. That's odd. I do think one potential here is that CF has put a lot of investment in the north. They have shut down the enemy fully. It just doesn't translate to anything because the 4th point's all the way in the south. I mean, one in the south, I feel like they didn't do enough. Now we have this red Gary positioned. I would have liked to have seen more attention paid to this part of the map. Because now it's going to be a nightmare to push these guys out of here. And you're going to have to do it. You can't take Monhalay without also having a launch off point from over here. At least not against a good team. My fucking blind. Where is it? Oh, Gary, come here. There it is. That is a weird carry placement. All right. See if even had a Gary here too, and I feel like they haven't done anything with it. It's kind of a mistake. They do have 2 tanks though. Yeah, the tanks want to cover this wide open expanse, but the problem is that the enemy is now in the buildings. Nox able to temporarily defend the Gary. Supplies coming down a little bit. Guessing that's DCs because that's CF. Those are way out of the area. Artillery coming in. Haven't seen that ability before. So many new things to be trying out. I think we might see some CF members going bye-bye. Or maybe not. Bro, how much is this ability even worth? Because that's dog shit. Frowsy over here. Do have a Panzer IV making a nuisance of himself. And CFs, they're able to get up into these hedgerows. Do have a Roca coming up. Should I know? Where is my pesky friend Khalil? He's running Baker. Ah, he's up there being a schmuck. Hey, Kale, I think there's a tank there, dipshit. So bad. So bad. And now he's ground beef. Really good spot for the Panzer Fort. Sending their Tiger up the middle. Well, it's nice to see that they are in the center again. They've also reclaimed a foothold there, which means Monhalay is probably safe and sound. Although, see if we can push them off here. That's a really good sign for them. They are sending the regular Sherman. The 76 pulled back slightly, which you don't like to see. Decent concentration here in the center. Do have Kuripi. Matawana still making news. He's finally killed the area right there. That's good to see. See if it's pushing them back. I don't know how in the hell this freaking OP is alive, but I feel like they should have been proxied by Abel. Do have a Gaunt squad dealing with the Panzer, or not the, sorry, the Sherman, which is now YOLOing in. Nice penetration from Charlie. Really good push. At this point, I like to see them YOLO, like just all in for Monhalay real quick, because they could get it. There's basically nothing here. There's the Panzer IV down there. The Sherman might get shot up if he doesn't get stuck. Yeah, that was predictable. Ay, ay, ay. You're doing so well. So well. Of course, you could have just, you know, went this way and you would have been fine, but, you know, you do you. I don't think he's getting out of there. He's also got to be careful because he may end up slotting in. Although that may help him. Yeah, he needs to turn fully left. Actually get into the trench. No, don't turn right, turn left. Because if he gets into the trench, he can maybe try to swing up over this bit. I don't know. Or just get hit with AT by Kim Manic and the enemy Panzer IV. Ooh, nice dodge. He's in full panic mode. 76 is moving up. I think CF is going to be able to take him on Halay. They just need to invest resources. Of course, it looks like DC is in pseudo reset. I think CF should have won in. I think they should have moved all the northern squads south and just taken it. May have been a missed play. Relatively hard part of the map to take, so I think they should have invested more resources. They do have the 76 moving up. Gonna give him his fury. Railroad's locked down pretty good, but I think that's because they have the Tiger. Bro, you're begging to get stuck. Absolutely begging for it. Oh, shit. Here's the question, though. It's like, cool, you've done that driving, but what has it gotten you? You could have just drove to the other side and... Because you can't get out. Okay, so your Tiger's now a mini turret. Just sitting there camping the Gary. Feels like a waste. Panzer IV goes down to 76. Good to see. Oh, come on, CF. You guys could take Mount Halay so easily. Although that's what we do have Nagan squad over by the enemy Gary. Looks like they do not see the Gary. Flare comes up from Kilsick. Good bombing run from Delta Corps. Trying to regain some integrity on the defense. Just too much investment in the north from CF. They've dominated that area. I don't think they need to be up there. Strategically, there's very little to be won. Apologies if my yawning could be heard. The match is not boring. I've just Been working out today. Quite exhausting. Let's see. Huge resets. North is fully collapsed for DC. Their rear guard was finally eliminated. We have ESK going back to reestablish carries. I think if you're CF in this moment, you need to invest more on offense. I don't think there's much that can be won in the north besides continuing to dominate it. Commit those guys down the south and push Monhalais. DC is in a precarious position because they could so easily be bottled up. Every time they try to reestablish here in the north, it hasn't done shit. They build a Gary here. When you're building the Gary there, you're basically fucked. Gary up here too. And they're investing more on defense than CF is committing to offense, so... I think if you're DC in this situation, you kind of gotta make a ballsy play. Because the status quo is not helping. They're slowly gaining crucial ground. They lost their whammo. They're getting bottled up around Monhalais. Meanwhile, the enemy, if they could ever take Monhalais, is set up really well to take Railway. Or Rail Causeway. CF playing really well in terms of gaining ground and holding it. A little ants running around. We got Sharidi right there. Alfonso. Nox going. Never mind. We have the CF commander, Lacara. Looks like he's about to fight Deventus Gunner. Another bombing run from DC getting called in. Gets a couple kills, but not all that effective. CF has managed to gain a lot of ground on this attack towards Monhalais so far with fewer people, so that is quite impressive. I do think they need a Gary. They need a closer spawn. This is, at least in this far southern edge. Oh, I think CF took my advice. They finally committed more to the south, giving up the north. Maybe not fully give it up, because now they are about to get backdoored. My thing is, why the guys out here? They still haven't killed that Gary. The enemy is now in town center. Defense squad needs to pull back if they notice what's going on. Which it looks like they do. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of having permanent people on defense. You know, one or two guys. He got kills Kawasaki. Really good positioning. We have a red Gary position there in the north. 3 red OPs. Are we going towards a cap race? They're in Monhalais, but I don't think they have the numbers. See if needs more bodies, they're going to go for such a maneuver. Let's see if it's holding on to the courtyard. I mean, I think that they might take Monhalais. 76 is moving up, so they're fully invested. The enemy does have a tiger. '76 in an interesting position. Getting up close. He should have. My guy, just go a little bit further. You'll have side shots on the tiger. 276s from the side of CF. Is the other 76 engaging the tiger? Tiger's in a precarious situation. Limited mobility due to the 276s. Enemy Puma in the rear. Fully crewed. Tiger scoping its rear. Monhole falls. Halfway through the match, and CF has taken the 4th point. This could very quickly become a steamroll. This might be a quick match. Really good job from CF there. DC, man, I think their map control is off. At the start of the game, they really underinvested in the north. They got shut down here. You get shut down in the north, it's really hard to recover. They never did. Got fully pushed out here. They're going to pay for that hard. See if it's starting out with 2 Garys instantly set up. Monhole is open, though. They do have a 76, though. 2 76s. Tiger went down, it looks like. Puma is now gotten taken out, looks like, by AT. Good job, AT. You guys finally earned your keep. Not playing like he did versus 3AC. Good to see some improvement even a week after the fact. We have PJ Massa down here. Full reset, looks like. Yeah, this is a full reset. They have nowhere else around the map. They do have Lima down here in the south. Kazar. They need to step another Gary down there or they'll never regain it. They do have Hickey God over there. Just enjoys playing the enemy rear, but yeah, full reset. All right, what do we need to see from DC to get back into this match? Well, I think they're boned, to be honest with you, but I don't know. They'd have to retake Monhole, and Monhole from the Axis side is really rough to retake. He basically has to play up the hedgerows, and the enemy. I mean, the enemy could just bring up both their tanks and just provide overwatch. And, from up on this hill, they can also look onto the point. Yeah, you get fire support while also covering it. Really nasty layout of the objectives this time around. Did not favor DC on this one. Yeah, they're just getting surrounded. We have some really good MG plays from Hefe over here. Hefe's God, look at this. Mwah, beautiful positioning. Yeah, they just have all the key places to take this. They already have 2 Garys positioned. They control the river line. You do have Hickey God in the rear. He's got a beautiful OP, but they're not doing anything with it. I don't think he should have done that. Maybe back here. That's a little bit too far up. He's probably going to get killed that way. But he is in the enemy rear. Enemy's got 2 Garys. About to be a 3rd, it looks like. Artillery coming in from DC. Trying to regain some real estate. I don't know. They're just bunched up. They're actually gonna make a play from Monhalay over here. It's good to see. Maybe a fool's folly though. CF is expecting something. They do have a lot of troops here. Maybe an overcommitment on the defense, but we will see how that goes. Huge commitment though. Ooh, SPG's gotten hit in the ass. We do have a Tiger up. Should be dueling against the 76, I'd imagine. Yeah, both 76s are up on the hill. Tiger and a Puma here. Puma. Rion Soke. Need to have your driver's license revoked. You are not doing a good job, my fine sir. Somehow you managed to miss the bridge, but thankfully this is... you can just go right through that. Ooh, nice shot. Tiger takes a hit. Return fire. 76 shoots back. He has not landed a hit on the 76. Is he dead already? He's not dead. He is pulling back. Definitely got out skilled there. I wouldn't say that CF's armor's been dominating, but they've definitely been they've been doing a better job than DC's. We're not seeing as crushing as Defia as CF had against them for 3AC, but you can definitely tell their armor is better than DC's. Guys are doing pretty good. Puma, I don't know how it's alive. They are committing more in the enemies here. That's good to see. Hickey God getting more members in his squad. Able to make a nuisance of themselves. Ooh, miss from Scorpion. That's not good. Do you see the Geary is also hot? We do have enemies in the rear. Shredy. Getting close to the Geary. We'll see if he gets it. Mateos, they know. Pop and flare, see the enemies in the rear. I feel like this is a GG moment though. They're nowhere close to regaining Monhalay. If anything, they're fighting CF down here in this little compound, little village area. Not a good thing to see. They're nowhere close to retaking the hill. Meanwhile, on railway, CF is managing to get up onto point. Like a bunch of cockroaches just getting in everywhere. Okay, Adriano, we need to go back to the shooting range for you, my guy. Oh, easy shots against static MG. Come on now. You gotta do better than that. Tiger's still up. We got Panzer IV again moved. I think they still have both 76s. Yes, they do, up on the hill. Man, what do you do here from there? Nah, get that Tiger back. Move the Tiger back. You almost got double shot. Get back. I think the Tiger should just give up on the south for right now. Do not send the Panzer IV this way. Do not send the Panzer IV to fight against 276s in long range duel. If anything, I think they should focus their armor here in the north, help their team hold down the sector until they get 2 Tigers. When they get 2 Tigers, then they can battle the enemy pair of 76s. But until then, I think it's just fool's folly. With Lukira is finally growing some balls, decided to get himself dirty. Not like the normal officer, he's actually going to go up and fight. The enemy is in the rear. We do have Nagant, which is Miss Economia, has gone back to defend the Geary. Ooh, can I get there in time to see her duel? That's Chachu. I think she lost it. She did, but Matawana did not see the Geary. And CF in the meantime is taking over rail. Did that fucking did that Panzer IV already die? Where's it at? No, it's still alive. The game's lost, but the Tiger is useless where it's at. It needs to drop that area. It needs to go north. like the Shroom Tiger. You notice the CFs, all their guys are on the northern section of it. Yeah, there he is, taking hits again. We have Kale, or Khalil. My buddy old pal, I can't wait to see you get turned into ground beef. He's missing, he's whiffing. Finally gets a kill on the enemy commander, which is Alonzo. Khalil's going in, he's going for the predator. He whiffs. Oh, he finally gets him. Oh, Khalil. But he gets it. Bro, you're bad. Bro. Hopefully Khalil's happy that I got that on the recording. You can PayPal me later. Streamer bias. CS dominated the South. North is DC. DC has a pretty good advantage on, but they have no control over the point. Schumpanzer's making a nuisance of himself. Kale goes down. Little bitch. Ragnarok and the SPG has been doing a lot. Schumpanzer has been putting in the work. You know, at least they could have put in the Shroom Tiger. Why'd it have to be the Schumpanzer? The enemy is dropping supplies on point. I think it's GG. Yeah, I don't see a way that DC gets back in this. Yeah, they're spawning other guys in the south. Yeah, it's over. Comments for the teams. DC, definitely gotta work on your armor game a bit. Map control. Whammo needs to improve their game a lot. They're able to get into the enemy rear, but I feel like they're not doing a lot. Whammo really needs to be killing Garys and stuff like that. Try bringing some AT guys in your Whammo squads. Overall, I think you needed to make some serious plays. CF, you guys won, of course. Good job. Your armor did a lot better this match compared to 3 versus 3 AC. I'd say just knowing when you're ahead and moving your men where they're needed the most. Get a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, good game. Kale coming in as a legend there at the very end. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please hit subscribe or follow, and I will see you guys in the next one.